Welcome to the Flip Thinking Podcast. In this podcast, you'll listen to intimate conversations between Bertolt Gunster and his guests. Together, they'll explore the guest's personal problem and try to make it feel lighter or make it disappear altogether. This can be achieved in different ways. Sometimes they can simply solve the problem, but more often than not, they'll find that they have to let go of expectations or views they hold about themselves. At other times, they can only observe the fact that there is a problem without judging it. And in some cases, they can flip think the problem.
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Can you tell me something about yourself? Who are you? What do you do?
Yes. So my name is Simone. I'm 32 years old. I'm a single mom. I have 2 children, a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old.
Okay.
I work as a training and quality manager in the hospitality branch. Yes.
This for starters.
Yeah, that's about me. Yeah.
Okay, so we have some idea of who you are.
Yeah.
But what topic are you here for? What problem do you have? Question, dilemma?
I think my dilemma is that I'm very insecure about my looks and appearance. It's not something specific. It's just I find looks too important, I think.
Yeah.
And not for other people, but particularly for myself.
Right. So now this is a podcast. People don't see you. But I wasn't thinking about your looks at all. I was just making contact with you. So this is something clearly in your head.
Yes.
But when it's in your head, it's in your head.
Exactly.
So now we try to investigate what is exactly in your head.
Yeah.
So what are you precisely insecure about?
Well, maybe insecure is not the right word for it, because if I would have to rate myself, I would maybe give myself a 7 out of 10.
Out of 10. No, that's a lot.
So that's
I would think a 6.
So that's but in my head, I have to be a 10.
Right.
I don't know why, but just probably because I think that I will achieve more things if I'm perfect looking.
But now you're guessing, right? You're guessing, right?
It's
but
an assumption.
one thing is for sure, you want to be perfect.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And you are not close to perfect because a 7 is okay.
Yes.
But it's a little bit average,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
You don't excel with a 7.
Yeah.
You may breathe and live and wander on the earth, but you don't excel, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So imagine that you would be a 10.
Yeah.
How would your life shift from what it is now to what it can be?
Well, then my life would just be perfect because I have a good job and I think I would accomplish even more in my job if I would be a 10. Now I don't have a relationship.
Then you will have a relationship.
Then I would have a relationship.
You can choose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also I am already a good mother, but if I would be a 10, then it would be
a
even
brilliant mother.
Better. And also
Shining.
other mothers would think, oh, she's great. You know, she takes care of herself. She looks perfect. So then I would be totally happy.
Yeah. And if you are, I understand. And if you are successful career-wise,
Yes.
and as a mother,
Yes.
and as an individual, as a woman,
Yes.
right? And everything succeeds.
Yeah.
What's the benefit of this? Why? What does this bring you?
Well, then I would wake up happy every day and just be totally content. No worries at all.
Because other people
Other
fill in the dots. Other people would.
Yeah, other people would accept me, respect me, look up to me.
So, and what would be the most flatterous compliment people could give you in that state of being, in that situation? She is just...
Well, I just think it could be one word, perfect.
Perfect is
Maybe.
fine.
Yeah.
Perfect. It feels fine, doesn't it? You're
Then I
laughing and you're...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So then everything would be okay and perfect.
Exactly.
So, and what's the opposite of perfect?
Unperfect.
Okay.
So I think, well, when I look around, there are always people who are better looking. I don't know why, but for me, it seems to be very important.
Yeah,
and it's been all my life, it's been so important, but I don't really know why.
Right. This is what we are investigating. So I will repeat my question. So what's the opposite of perfect? Of course, it's imperfect, but do you have some more words for people that are imperfect while they, listen good to my question, while they are capable of being more perfect than they are? So how would you describe people not being perfect, and not striving to be perfect too.
Maybe lazy as well.
This was the word that came up in my mind, asking the question. Lazy people.
Lazy, yeah.
Lazy people. Okay, is there an even worse word than lazy?
Maybe not worse, but lazy, messy also comes up to my mind.
It's definitely, it doesn't describe ambitious people. It's the opposite of being ambitious and tenacious, target focused, disciplined.
Yeah, disciplined.
It's all the opposite.
Well.
Lazy. So lazy is a good word.
Yeah.
This is a kind of control question.
Yeah.
Imagine you are leaving the building and I'm talking to Dida, who's in the studio here, producing together with me this podcast. And imagine you leave the building and then we talk about you. Well, she looks good. We will rate her a 7, maybe an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
But, she's really lazy. This is a lazy girl.
Yeah.
How would this feel?
That would also feel awful.
Yeah.
But I would not expect you to think this if...
No, but imagine I do.
Yeah, that would be awful.
Would you feel revealed?
Yeah, I would.
Like a knife in the back?
Yeah, I would.
Okay. So this is your structure, your pattern in.
Yeah.
You strive to be perfect, to be ambitious, to make the best out of life, to be the best version of yourself.
Exactly.
Which I really hate. People that are making podcasts, or writing books, helping people to make the best version of yourself. Because this is not a thing people really want to strive for in freedom, but it feels like a necessity. If you don't do so, then you have a problem. Then you are lazy, for example. So if you don't strive to this goal, then you would see yourself as lazy.
Yes.
So conclusion, you are in essence lazy.
Yes.
Unless you strive to perfection.
Correct.
Am I?
Yeah.
So you look in the mirror, you give yourself a 7, and then a voice in your head says, you are lazy because you are a 7. If you would be a 10, then you would have been disciplined, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
This is a good
Yeah, that's correct.
And how does this observation feel for you? How do these words land into your mind, into your being, so to say?
It's very frustrating. I think that would be the right word. It's frustrating and it takes up a lot of my time as well.
Yeah. Do you feel a little bit sad now? Or am I projecting things?
When I think about that feeling, I feel sad. Yeah.
It feels like you have to carry day in, day out a big load on your shoulders, which makes you tired and frustrated.
Yeah.
And powerless, I guess, too. Because you will never be a 10.
Exactly.
And when you are a 10, then your system will dictate yourself to be an 11.
Yes.
You'll never be there.
No.
And every day you carry this burden, hoping that you will not experience yourself as being lazy.
Yes.
So this is where we are now.
Yes.
So what from here? Knowing this, how could you from here on structure your future life?
I don't know.
Because you want to get rid of this. This is your starting question. You want to get rid of this burden of striving to perfection.
Yes, and the older I get, the more difficult
you'll become older. You get wrinkles. You'll shrink.
Yes.
Your hair will become grey. You become a 7, a 6, a 5, a 4, and then -3, and then you'll die.
Yeah,
that's life.
Yeah, exactly.
And you will not find a man, of course. A husband,
exactly.
Of
I
course.
will never. And if I will, then he will leave me because he will find
somebody who's more attractive. Or 7 plus. That will be fine too.
Exactly. Yeah.
So this was how you structured life until today.
Yes.
First, a question before going to the future again. First, how long is this idea of that you are in essence lazy and that you have to work, be disciplined, ambitious, reach goals, be perfect? When did this start in your life?
I think it started in my teens. So when I was 12, 13 years old. Maybe it even started before that, but I'm not quite sure. It was not that noticeable.
But this is what you do. This is what you do remember.
Yes, this is what I remember since the age of 12, 13 years.
And how did it shape your life? What happened?
Bad love relationships.
Because explain to me if you can.
I think because you're searching for someone who only gives you compliments and makes you feel good. And turned out to be not a right person for me, not a right man. And also a lot of jealousy in relationships.
Mm-hmm. From both parties, or from you to him, or from him to you?
Actually, both parties. You would think only me to him, but it was the other way around as well. I don't know why that is, but yeah.
And how did your striving to perfection influence your relationships then? Can you give me some insight on that? I don't see directly how this could work.
I think because if you are together in a place and there are other women who are better looking.
To your assumption?
Exactly, to my assumption, then that gives me a feeling of insecurity.
Right, I understand.
Yeah.
So there's this constant feeling of being uncomfortable with yourself, even in a relationship, even when somebody really loves you, you still think, but I'm not the perfect one for him.
Yes. And also I think that I've always been very vulnerable for men who give me attention.
Right. And give you the illusion of being a 10.
Exactly.
And they can hold on to this illusion for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, but there will become a point that they are a little bit irritated or whatever. And then you think, you see, actually, I am a 7.
Exactly.
And now I feel unmasked, revealed, like an imposter syndrome, this mechanism.
Yeah.
Now he really sees me as who I am.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, so now I get the point. But after today, we will get rid of this mechanism, right? This
that would be great.
Right, this is why you're here. And this is my objection.
Yeah.
So how could you let this pattern go? That's the question, right? This pattern of afraid of being revealed as lazy.
Yes.
And having to strive for perfection. This is what you want to get rid of.
Yes.
Do you have an answer to this question? Otherwise, I will give it no problem.
I don't think I have an answer. I've tried just waking up, having a shower, putting my hair in a bun and just putting some day cream on and going to the supermarket to do my groceries.
And be satisfied with this. Yeah.
Yes.
But you won't manage. You won't manage.
No.
Because as soon as you look in the mirror, you will see that's a 7 or a 6.
Exactly.
A 6 plus.
Exactly. Yeah. And even if I don't look in the mirror, I notice that I will be walking around the supermarket with my head down, just hoping that I won't meet anyone there who knows me. And even if I don't meet anyone who knows me, even strangers, I will have the feeling that they are like looking at me and thinking things, negative things.
This inferior woman.
Yes.
Oh, that's painful. This really painful.
Yeah.
Because I would hope for you that if you are walking through a supermarket, that you just would walk through a supermarket, dot. Yeah. Nothing more than this. That life would be that simple for you.
Yeah.
So now how do we get there? And I'll give you the answer. Just make fun of the fact being lazy.
Okay.
Put it as a shield on your house, at your front door. Tell people, everybody, if they have some critics about your looks or whatever, tell them, that's because I'm lazy.
Okay.
Because it's a stupid story that's in your head that you are lazy. You are not lazy.
No.
But this is what you think you are.
Yeah.
Right? This is what you think you are. And you always have to work to get away from this negative self-image. But trying to get away from it will pull you back like an elastic cord. You will be pulled back to this self-image because there will never be a day that you can say, well, now I'm perfect. I've worked very hard. I'm ambitious. I've reached all my goals. 100% okay. What's my next goal in life? You will never be there. So you will always carry this feeling of being lazy, in essence.
Yeah.
So how to get rid of it? See that this is a thought, not a truth, a thought, and let go of the thought by making fun of it.
Okay.
You are, in fact, the most laziest girl I ever met in life. And the fact that you're laughing is a good sign because you know by logic thinking that this is absurd, right?
Yes. Yeah. I do.
So can you imagine yourself making fun in the future of this self-image of being lazy? And to be clear, in the meanwhile, it's very okay, nothing wrong with trying to look good or going to the gym or be disciplined. That's all fine. And keep doing this, but not as a necessity out of a prison-like situation, but out of choice, out of freedom.
Yeah.
So how would it be to make fun of this word lazy and walk through the supermarket just as you are that day in that situation?
Well, I think that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope I can do this and feel okay and still be able to lift my head up.
Yeah.
Then that would be great.
Yeah. And what you are receiving for letting go of the image of that you have to prove yourself being disciplined, etc., etc. That if you allow yourself to be lazy, then you can recover from training sessions, not know things in life for a while, a day, a week, not having a husband, seeing this as a situation. Well, this is what in life is the situation now, and that's fine. I have my time. I can pick ones I like. It's not that I have to be picked for being a 10. It's okay not having a relationship because I want a good relationship. I'm not in a hurry. Yeah. So being lazy allows you to integrate all kinds of qualities in your life that you now are not allowing yourself to be there. Being lazy has a good thing in itself, a very good thing.
Yeah, I haven't thought of it like that before.
Could you add some thoughts to my idea that what would be in your life as it is now with your 2 children? How would your life benefit from allow yourself to be lazy?
I think I would have more time in my mind to focus on other things. And also, I mean, for example, now, even it doesn't matter if it's summer or winter, I go to the nail salon for my feet for nail polish.
In your shoes?
Every 3 weeks. I mean, I think most women do that in the summer, but not every 3
or not at all.
Yeah. But why every 3 weeks, a whole year through?
It saves you money. It saves you time.
Yes.
It saves you frustration.
Yes.
Because after 1 or 2 weeks, there's this bell ringing. You got to go to. You got to go to. You got to go to.
Yeah.
You can let go of all these things.
And often people don't even see my feet.
No. Can I see them? No. I don't want to see them. Are they polished now?
They are, of course.
Of course, yeah. It's summer.
Yes.
Yeah. So this all gives some freedom, like air to breathe,
yes.
right?
Yes, so it will give me peace in my mind, I think, but also give me extra time.
And I presume, so now I make a prediction for your future. I presume that by allowing yourself to be lazy, if you feel tired or whatever, you are even better capable of reaching your goals than if you strive day in, day out, disciplined and frustrated to reach them. It will help you to reach your goals, but hopefully you don't still feel the necessity that you have to reach these goals. It's an opportunity. It's nice to look good. It's very good to make an 8 out of a 7 and a 9 out of an 8. That's fine, and keep doing so.
Yeah.
But in the lazy way, and because you're allowed to, not because you have to, because you have to prove yourself to be perfect. Otherwise, feeling yourself lazy not doing so.
Yeah, I just have to be content with myself as I am and take care of myself because I want, not because I have the feeling that I need to.
Yeah. Right. And to my assumption, we are at the ending of this podcast conversation. Yeah. How does this feel for you?
Well, I'm definitely going to try to be a little bit more lazy and still take care of myself, but not let it be a necessity to always look my best.
And so your opening question, your opening problem, do we have an answer for this now?
Yes. Yes, I hope I will manage to do that.
This is a solid yes, I presume?
It is a solid yes. It is definitely a solid yes.
It feels like the root of your problem has been pulled out of the ground.
Yes.
Can we say so?
Yes.
Well, thank you very much. Because now the only thing that occurs in my mind is how will your future in a week from now on look like? And this is something we can talk about for hours.
Yeah.
But this is what reality has to show you and us.
Yeah.
So we will stay in contact. I'm very curious how your life will develop. Yeah. And I wish you a lot, dozens, tons of laziness and enjoy not having to prove yourself to be perfect.
Yeah.
But just be there as you are. Sometimes lazy and sometimes disciplined too. All is fine.
Thank you.
It was my pleasure and good to have you here.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Do you want to flip think your own problem too? In Bertolt Gunster's bestseller Flip Thinking, you will learn all about the life-changing art of turning problems into opportunities. Flip Thinking is available in England, Italy, Portugal, South Korea, United States, and soon in 17 other countries too. For info, check out flipthinking.info.